What's up, everybody? It's Jason here from Fire Productions, and also we have
Colby Barefoot from the past episode of the Woman King trailer reaction.
and we are doing episode 3 of Make or Break trailers. And today we're doing one from a very beloved series on Netflix. Can you tell us what that series is?
So it's my favorite series of all time, and you probably
All time.
already know from the title of the video that we're reacting to, the Stranger Things Season 2, specifically the Comic-Con trailer, just because coming off the hype of Season 1, this was something that when I watched it, I was just like, it's my favorite trailer of all time, and it's my favorite series of all time, so I think they kind of go hand in hand when you watch them and when you see certain things on screen and pick up on it. So
Yeah, and that's also you also want to start getting me into Stranger Things too. And it's a very good series, and the fourth season just dropped, and it was a very crazy season. But today we're gonna talk about season 2, spoiler free. So for those of us who don't know what Stranger Things is, give a little overview of what it is.
it's basically strangest thing. It's the weirdest show that I have ever seen, and I think it's such a beautiful homage to all those classic 80s movies like The Goonies and Alien and Jaws and all those kind of things that people like us watched growing up, and a lot of, the general audience can understand why a younger audience and an older audience can love both of it. So you kind of have this thing that goes hand in hand with audiences that are old and young.
Definitely.
And it plays kind of off that, the horror and the emotional side to those films that we don't really get to see a whole lot anymore, just because of how times have changed going on. But I think that's why it sets itself apart. And yeah, that's just why it's one of the best, if not most profitable shows that Netflix has done.
Yeah.
It's obvious people love it. We have one more season to go for season 5 to come out, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, so let's get right into the trailer today and see what it's all about. Let's do it.
I'm excited.
You gonna do this? Let's engage.
Hey guys, do you see the... You okay?
Nothing's gonna go back to the way that it was. Not really.
I saw something. What is it? I don't know. I felt it everywhere.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. Whosoever shall be found
Sometimes I feel like I still see it.
must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Whatever's happening is spreading from this place.
Is it that? Not me. Everyone else. If you're out there, just please give me a sign.
So, I'm sure you told us by our faces how good a trailer we thought that was. Just,
I caught myself reciting words and like had full body chills up and down my neck.
I know. I'm sure you guys love that trailer too. So let's go by piece by piece of let's break down the trailer, what it does right, and why does it hit so well, and make it just a great trailer and a good example of what trailers should be. So let's start right from the beginning. So we start out arcade because this is set in 1984 in Hawkins, Indiana, which is in about Central Indiana set in. And first of all, they just start by they immerse you right in that spot, the arcade, where this trailer begins at.
Do this? Let's engage.
Doing a little bit of showing us some retro arcade games too. Just especially for not just for younger audiences, but for audiences who were actually around in the 1980s. They bring so many memories to them. It makes it just want to grab their attention immediately because they love that nostalgia. We love that nostalgia.
Not only that, but it's just the fact that the coming off such a dark, first season where 11's gone, and you are trying to like see the boys get back to their normal lives, like what they love going to the arcade, and we obviously see that Will's back in the picture, so it's like the group's back together again, and it looks like everything's going right. That is until about 5 seconds later, and you realize that things aren't back to normal like they hoped they would be.
And 11 is one. This person very amazing. One of the most important characters in the series. Give some little background story about her for those viewers who don't know who that is.
So basically, 11 as a character is someone with psionic powers or psychic powers that has kind of almost like a fire starter-ish Stephen King kind of story where she was experimented on and she was basically forced to do bad things, to basically used or taken advantage of her powers. And she kind of really finds a light in the four friends, or three friends in the first season, and really what it feels like to be friends with somebody, and how it feels to have a real relationship instead of just being manipulated by the men of the laboratory. So it's a really interesting dynamic that I think they nail like 100%. So yeah.
Let's continue on.
Hey guys, do you see
And also right here, they're trying to allude to also the powers that kind of power, so a curse and the power at the same time too. They've acquired to basically also see what's called in the series. It's called the upside down, which is basically an alternate reality of the world that they live in. Almost kind of hellish in a certain way. Yeah, it's hellish with monstrous that too. And rearrange just starts like just refreshes audiences who haven't seen this because this came out in 2017. The first season came out in 2016. So audiences, how it's been a year since the first one came out. So give them a little refresher of kind of the power Will has. Always good to refresh your audiences, whether they're new audiences or they're returning audiences. Also giving some foreshadowing too, what potential villains could be in this season too. Also very good too. Also very good.
That single frame of just the mind flayer being in the cloud, and compared to
there it is.
Yeah. See, when you come off the first season and you really think that how could there ever be anything scarier than the Demogorgon? Like, it just seems like anything that comes out of that alternate dimension or reverse Hawkins, it's just like, how could they really up the ante? And they're like, okay, well, here it is. We're going to make him, 50 feet tall. He's going to look like a giant spider. And he's just Will's basically has this curse on him that he just feels like he can't escape from, and that's like the perfect shot, and like you said, foreshadowing of what's to come in the rest of the series.
Yeah, absolutely.
You okay?
Okay, before we start, let's just talk about the music. that's what really pushes over top, in my opinion. I'm sure your opinion too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and
I had showed him this trailer. It was something probably like a month and a half ago. And
Yeah,
this was pre him watching the show.
Yeah.
So he didn't really know what happened or what was going on.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
watched him watch this trailer for the first time, and it just kind of like ignited that thing that just like really piques your interest, and it's because of how
I binge watched I binge watched them all.
Yeah, it's just the music in the trailer and Halloween being the perfect setting for this show.
Yeah.
Which is why I think season 2 just excels over, all the other seasons.
Yeah, we also hear the music that plays throughout the trailers and his Thriller by Michael Jackson. So very good too. Also, like when it starts and what they do is they start. Actually, most of the trailer is not actually even the Michael Jackson part. It's just the very first part of it with just a beat of it, and also with
Yeah, they kind of remix it to fit the synth vibe that they go for.
Yeah. Some use some synths in there, make it a little more impactful.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna go back to the way that it was.
Also, see, using some emotional too. See, an empty chair where Eleven was, and leaving Hawkins, and who's leaving Hawkins? It's also stuff too. Also,
it's like they're trying to ease you back into how dramatic the story really is.
Yeah.
No matter how hard they try to go to arcades or go to parties, it's just kind of like, nothing's gonna change regardless of what we do, and that kind of hopelessness feeling is perfect in the trailer.
Yeah.
Not really.
I saw something. What is it? I don't
Love that.
know. I felt it everywhere.
See, in the background, also the background music too. Also, you can see the verse about to start coming up too. Also, too, just literally does not actually tune without a lot of dialogue from actual characters, just from a song. People can get idea of in the movie what the season's going to be about, and I hope it's true.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. Whosoever
Jackson.
shall be found
Sometimes I feel like I still see it.
must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
See, then Michael Jackson comes into the third part of it too. That's when Trey gets really good. Then it's going to juxtapose a lot of images and a lot of good, some good dialogue that really amps up even farther than what it was before.
Whatever's happening is spreading from this place.
And people may say, "Oh, what's this? What's that? They don't have time to think about it." So they're like, "Oh man, this looks like it's gonna be really impactful trailer." Makes them want to see it.
Yeah.
Makes them want to see it more.
Trailers aren't supposed to give the whole entire plot line. It's supposed to pique your interest. It's supposed to jump you right back into where you left off. And they do it so perfectly with cutting it all together. That's the good thing about a TV series commercial versus a movie, because when you watch a movie trailer, you can kind of piece together the sequence of events and how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But when you watch a series like Stranger Things, that has so much going on, and so many weird things that happen, you can kind of just throw any scene in there.
And literally, just already seen to it. We can tell you that literally this is not even like there's not even a lot that's going in here that
they probably spanned it over like already 8 episodes, of just like in a 2-minute span, but you're getting these clips so short that really
you can't tell where at the beginning and you can't because it's basically because TV shows are basically just long form movies in a sense. They're telling stories in long form sense, so it's much. I gotta say that kind of because the issue I found with movie trailers too is that. Either they're way too long, or they just have they give too much information, and they don't focus on the teasing part of it. They focus on the explaining part of it way too much. So I feel that sometimes trailers they miss the mark, and they can sometimes break a movie being able to being successful at the box office or on streaming. Mm-hmm. But TV shows definitely have it easier because they have so much more to work with, much more they can hide. Even they can even have scenes in the trailers that aren't even in the series, so you can throw you off even more too.
Yeah.
What is it want? Not me. Everyone else.
And there's L. See, and also giving little tidbits of what some questions that audience has had in the first season too. Also,
definitely.
very good way. It just ended on just a big tidbit. I could make him really want to see what's going on. I can make him really engaged and want to go see it. I mean, once it comes out. So, very good trailer. Excellent job.
My favorite.
I know. One of my favorites too. Definitely, and it's very well made. This is what you strive for. I think because the editors are the ones that make they once they're pretty much done editing, they make just these little splices of information that can really make or break a series or a movie. Because unless you're a high-dollar fan, this is the only interaction you ever get with the series before you watch it. Because the majority of audiences aren't really engaged into it, especially looking trying a new audience. Since that's very at this point it was very new. Even though it had a great performance in season one, viewer wise, it was still was quite a bit away from the Warriors today.
Yeah, it wasn't on its grand scale that they've now been doing since the end of season 3 on to 4 and most likely 5.
Yeah, definitely.
It just shows you that they upped the ante a little bit, but it's not so far away from what they started with that it's not going to be stale. It's going to be something new and exciting, but you're still, like I said, getting that same kind of character interaction and the horror from the story.
Yeah.
And the emotional moments. It's just the season is perfectly encapsulated in a span of 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and it really couldn't get any better than that.
Yeah, and it's a very good job from very good work from the Duffer Brothers who produced this series and written most of it too. And it was a very good trailer, one of the excellent ones, definitely one of the better ones too. One more thing, is this trailer remind you of any other trailers in terms of the way it's structured or how it is it using anything like that? Or is it just on its own?
It's when I watch this trailer compared to other ones, it sets itself apart just because of how perfect it is.
Yeah.
Because I think they came out with this Comic-Con trailer before the official trailer. So this was the first time, like I said, we had jumped back into that series after the first season. So it's exciting to watch it then. It's exciting to watch it now. You don't get that nowadays from most trailers,
Yeah, also, it's a good sign when your trailer is so good that I literally, even when I go see a movie, I can't wait for the trailers to come on because I just want to see that trailer.
Yeah.
Especially when I see this repeat over and over again, or it's on TV or so, or however it's being distributed, the trailers. So it's a very well job done from Netflix and from all of you involved in Stranger Things. Really, these trailers too. Also, all their trailers are pretty good too. Where we're seeing, they're all pretty good.
Yeah, their official one is amazing as well. But also, definitely. I think that just comes from the content that they produce. Like you said, the Duffer Brothers, with their attention to detail and love for that kind of filmmaking.
And give people what they want.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what a production studio wants or what thinks they're giving the most awards, because they're not trying to get the most awards. They're trying to just make a good story that people love and enjoy. That provides an escape. That's what TV can do, and they can teach morals, teach ideals, what we can be, who we can be. Because films are just reflections of society, reflections of humanity. I'm getting a little too widescreen for you. But anyway, that was a very good trailer, and I'm so glad that this trailer came out and this series came out. And thank you so much for introducing this series through this trailer.
Absolutely, yeah.
This trailer. Show 'em. So that was Stranger Things, the trailer, the second season 2, the teaser trailer they released, and that one definitely did make the series. So very good one from Netflix. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really glad that you made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate it much. It helps me out so much in this channel. And thank you guys for your team support. And hope to see you guys in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. And always remember, become a film fanatic.